Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with another rack store pickup. And this time, again, I was able to find a super hyped Middle Eastern fragrance. These things are popping up. This might be my third or fourth Lattafa that I've personally found at the rack stores. And again, Burlington coming through with this one. The scent we are talking about is, now, excuse my pronunciation. A lot of you guys like to tell me I pronounce things wrong. I appreciate it, but I'm gonna do my best. Kayad Al Farsan from Lattafa. And I paid $19.99 for the 100 ml. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look this up and see what that means. So Google Translator has this identified as Somali language, and it means take advantage of it. So would love to know if that's accurate. Take advantage of it.
Take advantage of it.
Not sure what they're trying to accomplish with that, but this is, I believe, yes, it's an eau de parfum concentration. So as I always do, I'm gonna bust this open, I'm gonna get it on skin, I'm gonna let you guys know what I think of it, if it's any good, and then ultimately let you know if this one is worth picking up. 20 bucks, this might be a hidden gem. Let's get into it. Guys, I truly appreciate all the support. We are on the road to 20,000 subscribers. So if you do like content like this, I would really appreciate a like, subscribe, a share, whatever it is. It helps the channel grow. And for that, I am super appreciative. So let's take a look at the fragrance. Here we have Kayad Al Farsan. And the bottle is black with this sort of gold detailing on the front. And yeah, this one is super hyped, guys. This is one of the more hyped Middle Eastern fragrances. A while back, I asked a lot of you guys which Middle Eastern fragrances you wanted me to try. This was one of them. This was one of the more popular answers. Let's take a look at the atomizer. Not that good of an atomizer. It doesn't really shoot out a lot of juice, and it's kind of short. Okay. Oh, magnetic cap, which nice little detail there. Nice. Okay, so in the air, right off the bat, it's synthetic. It is fruity, it's dry, it's woody, very synthetic in the air. Let's see what this does off of skin. Let me give it a second shot in the air just to make sure that I'm smelling what I think I'm smelling. But very fruity, a little bit almost syrupy in the air. So it has a sharpness to it, but it's sweet. Okay. My first impressions immediately, and take this for what it's worth, because this is a really hyped fragrance, and maybe there's some expectations on my end, but usually I try to temper my expectations going into a scent and just taking it for what it is, what I smell. And what I'm smelling, I'm not enjoying, not in the least. Really synthetic, smells cheap off of my skin. Wow, disappointing. Yeah, I can't quite pinpoint it, but it's synthetic in a bad way. It smells very chemically. Wow, was not expecting this. Just from what I know about the fragrance and people really liking it, I don't see the appeal here at all. One thing I will say is that my experience with a lot of these Middle Eastern fragrances have been hit or miss. Sometimes they smell incredible. I don't necessarily know if this is cloning anything. It's not reminding me of anything on first sniff. But a lot of times they're hit or miss, and they require some maceration. And I know that there's debate on whether maceration is a real thing. I understand fragrances are macerated before they're released to the public. But just in my experience with some of the Middle Eastern clones and fragrances, they've gotten better as they've sat on my shelf. 3-4 months after initially spraying them, they start to improve and get better. That's just been my experience. Whether that happens with this, I'm not sure. But to be honest, this is not one that I would reach for again if it continues to smell like this. It's not good. I'm going to really take a look at the notes quickly, give this a little time on skin, and see if this changes a bit. But right now, I'm not impressed with it. The notes for Cayad Al Farsan from Lattafa, top notes are pineapple and saffron. Mid notes are jasmine and balsam fir. And the base notes are amber, cedar, and agarwood. One thing that stood out to me just in the last minute or so is this, I'm smelling this in the air, is I'm getting just a tiny bit of Baccarat Rouge 540, funny enough. Subtle, but for whatever reason, whatever is in here, it's reminding me slightly of that scent. Other than that, I'm not really making any connections to other fragrances. And I know that a lot of people had mentioned that this is a pineapple heavy fragrance. When I initially sprayed it, I was getting a lot of fruity sweetness and some syrupiness to it. It smelled concentrated in the air initially. But right now, I'm not really getting that. What I am getting a slight bit of is almost like a watery greenness to it. Maybe a little bit of earthiness, some of that synthetic feeling. Part of it is kind of subsiding right now. But the other thing I would point out is that maybe I'm just going nose blind to it, but I'm really finding myself having to get close to it to really smell it. So yeah, I wish I had better news with this one, guys. I know a lot of you guys have recently picked this one up. You've dropped it in my comments and said you found this. Would love to know what your experiences have been with this one. In terms of like when I would wear this, how I would wear this, I really wouldn't. I mean, it's hard to get a sense of what this is. I don't know if I just have a bad batch or what. It's, I guess, kind of light, summery type feeling scent. Just super synthetic. I'm actually getting a little bit of a headache right now smelling it. So yeah, as I said in the past, I know people love their Middle Eastern fragrances. I understand why. They can save you money. A lot of them are really well done. However, from time to time, you do get an absolute dog of a scent. And that doesn't seem to happen to me as often as it does with the Middle Eastern fragrances. Wish I had better news, guys, but this one, it's not a go for me. Would love to know your opinion on it. Have you tried it? Cayad Al Farsan, is this one that you have in the collection? Do you love it? Am I missing something? I'm going to wear this. I'm going to put it through its paces and try it again. But right now, I'm just not feeling it. Cayad Al Farsan from Lattafa. That's all I have today, guys. Would love to know, again, what your thoughts are on today's fragrance. Have you tried it? What do you think of it? Drop it in the comment section down below. But if you like what you saw today, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.